And now, this week's recap.
Let's start off this week with news from New Jersey. Last weekend was Chumley's birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chum. Happy birthday to you.
Now, Chumley, of course, is Kathleen Jordan's dog, and the little girl that you saw in that video was Mary Kate. Now, moving down to Florida, to Vero Beach. Last weekend was the Vero Beach Orchid Show, which I go to every year. Well, this year's Orchid Show was, I would say, about, I don't know, 3/4 the size of the ordinary one. And I think it's a function of how lousy this winter has been down here for growing orchids. It's been dry, it's been cold. I've only gotten a few that came in, and I think the ones that I got looked every bit as good as anything that I saw in the at the Orchid Show. New topic. I stumbled across something on the internet the other day, and here it is.
I was looking at the Facebook marketplace for Vero Beach and just browsing through it, and I came across this. Look at this. It's a lightly shat office chair being offered for $75. Now, I'll tell you what, I saw this and I had a number of questions. Let's take it one at a time. Lightly shat. Look at the picture there. What happened to this guy? I mean, you figure he's got a pair of pants on, he's got shorts, and he leaves this kind of a mess on the office chair. I mean, come on! How sick did they have to take him to a hospital after he shit all over the office chair? And then he says, lightly shat office chair in used, fair condition. I don't know. I think an office chair covered with shit, I'm not going to call that fair condition. I'm just not. And he's looking for $75. And there's a message down there. This thing was only posted yesterday. There's a message down there. It says, "Hi, David. Is this still available?" Well, I'll tell you what. I'd love to know who David is. I'd love to know the guy who's asking the question. Is he going to buy it, or does he think he can get this office chair down to $50? I'll tell you what. This is absolutely great. some newspaper has gotta pick this up. And then you say to yourself, well, where did he get the idea to sell this thing, to put it online, and evidently put his name on it? I don't know how you find names on this thing, but was he sitting around with the guys in the bar after work and saying, "Hey, what do you think I ought to do with this office chair?" And his buddy says, "Well, why don't you sell it? Maybe you get 75." Or did his boss say, "Get this thing out of here and replace it"? I mean, sell it and get a new office chair in this office. I have no idea, but I think it's amazing. I think it's great. And I think I'm going to make it a point to be continually checking out the Facebook marketplace for Vero Beach. This is absolutely, yeah, I'll tell you, weird, absolutely weird.
Well, the thing I didn't include in that report is that the seller says that with a little bit of OxyClean and elbow grease, you can restore this chair to where it ought to be. Now, why he didn't do it is beyond me, but well, I suppose cleaning up a shitty chair is, I don't know, maybe revolting. This week I've got a tip for you. We've got an old refrigerator in the garage that we keep for storing soda and beer and water, and it's pretty convenient. It's out of the way, still works plenty good. And I happen to drink a lot of water, and the problem in Vero Beach is the water kind of sucks. So this is what I get, and the issue is getting this into the refrigerator. Here's how I do it. I clear out the bottom shelf, and I pop the case of water right on that shelf, and with a little bit of it hanging over, I cut a slice down the packaging to the back, and not from side to side, from front to back. Then what I do is I start on the right hand side, and I cut from right to left up to the first slice that I made. Now, what I do is I push that in so that it's not falling all over the place. Then what I do is I go to the other side, the left-hand side, and again, using the scissors, I cut across again to the first cut that I made, the one down the middle, and get it there. And then, well, it's taking me a little while here, but then what I do is I push it all back. And now I peel back the plastic wrapping on both sides. I use scissors because I tried with a razor blade, and you nick the water bottles pretty easily. Then what I'm doing is I'm trimming the part of the plastic that ended up on the outside, and I'm going to end up throwing it away. Now, I use a completely different technique for much smaller cases of water, but now I push the whole thing in, and there I go. I've got the entire thing. It's all neatly packaged. Now, when we're up in New Jersey, we don't have another refrigerator like that one, and consequently, we get smaller cases of water. And I've got a technique for doing something similar, but with only one cut on the case. And what I'll do is when we're up there in Jersey, I'll see if I can't shoot a little video and show you how to do it. Well, that's all the news and information that I've got for you this week. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll tell you what, I'll see you next weekend. Take care.